And welcome back to Bushel Prairie City High School this afternoon on a gorgeous sunny Saturday afternoon. And we're back for BPC girls basketball this afternoon as they will take on the Lady Indians of Brimfield. Chris Rankhauser and Dwayne Hewlett here courtside this afternoon. Almost said this evening, but it is this afternoon. Thanks for tuning in to the JoJo's Gaming Parlor pregame show. JoJo's Gaming Parlor offers the best gaming experience in the McDonough County area. Stop in for a cold drink and a chance to take home a nice wad of cash while you're at it. Also on game nights, check out the TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH Events Live on the big screen. Come join your friends at JoJo's located at 776 North Cole Street in Bushnell and cheer the Spartans on to victory. Pregame clock down under 8 minutes to go, just about 7:30 on the pregame show clock. And thank you for tuning in here this afternoon. That's the second time I've tried to say this evening here on TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH. And Dwayne, it has been quite a while since the girls have played here on the home floor.
Yeah, it's been a long while. In fact, our first ever broadcast on TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH wasn't even presented by MDH at the time. It was the first broadcast we'd ever done. It went pretty well, and then they didn't come back. They've just been gone on the road ever since then. I think they've played 5 games on the road. They've won, I think, one of those contests the varsity squad has. It's so many close losses and tight games, and Coach Akers has just been beside himself in some ways, but I know that they want to try and get a win here today, and they want to try and get a win every time. We'll see if they can turn things around a little bit and get on the winning side as they come back home today.
And always a tough opponent in the Brimfield Lady Indians as a perennial power in girls basketball in West Central Illinois. Thanks again for tuning in to the JoJo's Gaming Parlor pregame show. JoJo's Gaming Parlor offers the best gaming experience in the McDonough County area. Stop in for a cold drink and a chance to take home a nice wad of cash while you're at it. Also on game nights, check out the TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH Events Live on the big screens. Come join your friends at JoJo's located at 776 North Cole Street in Bushnell and cheer the Spartans on to victory. Of course, the boys in action this afternoon at the about the same time, 1:30 or so. The boys will be in action at Brimfield. So girls here, boys at Brimfield. Don't forget, while you're out there listening, let us know where you're listening from, and we love to see who's listening and from where. Is girls basketball again here this afternoon. The Spartans and the Lady Indians.
I'll tell you what, let's take a little break here as we got Jason, my brother, learning how to do the computer. We'll take our first break. We'll be right back as we go over maybe what to expect in this JV contest. We're just over 5 minutes to go before game time. You're listening to TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH.
My MDH Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation does more than just tape ankles.
They get us back on the court.
My MDH Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation
helps me reach peak performance.
In the weight room. Prepares me for competition.
My MDH physical therapists and the fitness programs MDH offers help me on my road to recovery and improve my quality of life.
Come see why MDH Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation was voted best of the best in McDonough County.
Well, we were camping, and then I got a phone call from my neighbor and said that we got hit by a storm. He said, "You better come home because there's no roof." He said, "I look up and see the sky." You didn't know what you were going to do, where you're going to go, but Country Financial took care of us.
We anticipate something that we hope never happens, but when it happens, we are there to make good on our promise.
And back here at courtside at Bushel Prairie City High School, we're getting ready to get underway with girls basketball this afternoon as the Spartans will host the Lady Indians of Brimfield. And as we said earlier, quite some time since the Lady Spartans have seen the home floor, and now going to finish out with quite a few games down the stretch here at home for Coach Akers and his squad.
Yeah, you can expect to see a lot of the same names that you saw, I think, in the first contest. Jaitlin Sickles will be out there. Looks like we've got Madison McGrew will be here as well. Emily Hickenbottom will probably play some fresh soft JV. She'll be. She was a real. You weren't here that first. That was me and Kelly, right?
Yeah.
So she's very, very athletic. Lack of a better term, a real go-getter. She'll go out there, harass the ball handler, get up and down the floor. Anna Curley, will be out here as well. Jill Miller will be out here. Jilly, as I know her as, most people do. Elizabeth Gillifillan had a pretty good game as well. Elizabeth Suter had a fantastic game in that first night. She finished with a team-high 8 points along with Jaitlin Sickles, but Elizabeth Suter was all over the floor defensively as well.
Yeah,
too,
I listened to a little bit and watched a little bit of that game, and I remember her name being called quite frequently. Also, I see quite a bit out of Kylie Norris, also number 33.
Yeah, Kylie will be a good defender also, and a little bit of a force down low for the Spartans here in JV competition. So, we at this point in the season, they're halfway through even their shortened season. You'd think we would have seen them a few times, but things are going to be so different for these guys here in this game than they were the first game, because they barely got enough practices in the practice to play the first game. They've had a ton of practices. They haven't played since Monday, so they've got a lot of practices in this week. Coach Akers was telling me before the game, both teams had some really good practices, so that's a plus. So with that, here we're about a minute 45 away from pregame. We'll take a 30-second break, and we'll be back here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, right after this.
During this COVID pandemic, it is important you take care of your health, especially your heart health. Do not ignore the signs of a heart attack or stroke. If you have health concerns, schedule an appointment with your provider, and always, in case of an emergency, call 911. This message brought to you by McDonough District Hospital and Blessing Health System. See for yourself why Blessing Health System is the leader in cardiology and pulmonology services. Appointments available inside MDH. Learn more at blessinghealth.org or mdh.org.
And we are back here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, as we're about ready to get our starters for this JV contest between the Spartans and Indians. Alan Thompson, Robert, and Mason Blickenstaff, your officials for both contests today. Brimfield basketball to start, as we are accustomed to in the days of COVID.
Accustomedly unaccustomed.
Yes.
I'm sure some year that'll go back to the way it was before. Hopefully sooner rather than later. So we're waiting for everybody to come out slowly but surely. Kiera Johnson starting. Number 3 is Taylor Weevil. Number 2 is Kylie Vaughn for the Indians. Number 4 is Olivia Kappas. And who am I missing? Number 15 is CJ Troxel.
And with the basketball is Kappas. Inside shot by number 3, Taylor Weevil, off, and no good. Rebound down to Suter for BPC. Outlet down to Norris across midcourt, right-hand dribble. Gilfin's going to step up and pop a 3 off the back of the rim. No good. Rebound loose. Norris picks it up. Shot up off the side of the backboard. Gilfillan with the rebound for BPC. Norris now Sickles. Right wing, Gilfillan swings it around to 12, Anna Curry.
This is what they've spent a lot of time on. I've got to see him practice a lot. The shot's no good, but it's going to go off of number 4, Olivia Kappas, out of bounds. But they've spent a lot of time running the offense and working on offense in practice, as well as doing some conditioning. So I would imagine you'll see them work the ball around quite a bit and look for that open shot.
Suter's on the inbound to Norris, blocked on the first, second one down, and going to go out of bounds off Brimfield again, off of Kiera Johnson. And we'll stay with BPC. 6:02 to play. No score here in the opening quarter.
Not had any luck getting good. They've had looks at the basket, but I wouldn't call them really good looks, really.
Suter long inbound, gets it on top to Gilfillan. Curry, now Norris. Norris going to dribble, lose the basketball, picked up by Brimfield. 4 stop pop from about 10, in and out, no good by Troxel. Rebound up high off the glass, no. Rebound down to Gilfillan for BPC. Kylie Norris brings it up, right-hand dribble, picks up the dribble to Gilfillan. Sickles with it, right-hand dribble, now to Suter. Suter left-hand dribble is going to stop pop off the rim, no. Rebound down to Brimfield. Johnson again with a rebound, number 34. Brimfield, the Indians, Lady Indians, rebound on the shot. Picked up by number 2, Kylie Vaughn. Vaughn gets it back. Guarded by Curry, cross court they go. Long 3, off the rim, no good. Kappas up and good. Olivia Kappas up with the jumper and puts Brimfield on top, 2-0, 4:50 to play here in the opening quarter. JV contest. Suter now near corner to Curry. Gilfillan. Suter with it. Picks up the dribble just inside the free throw line. Pass inside for Sickles. Poked away and controlled by Elmwood Brimfield. Vaughn. Now Kappas is going to pop a 3. Just barely draws iron. Rebound underneath to Johnson for Brimfield.
Those are the hardest kinds of rebounds to get for a defensive player.
Yeah, it's so hard to judge where it's going to hit or if it's going to draw iron at all. And out of bounds will stay with Elmwood Brimfield. Emma Taylor and Madison McGrew into the ballgame for the first time for BPC. Vaughn to inbound for the Lady Indians. She gets it back from Kappas. Wewell inside to CJ Troxel. She's guarded by Norris. Cross court, the ball moves to Vaughn. Vaughn's going to step up and draw nothing but error. And we're going to get a foul inside on the loose ball by
Kira Johnson on the foul, her
Johnson.
first, team's first.
So BPC basketball, just a tick over 4 minutes to play opening quarter JV contest, 2-0. The Lady Indians, Brimfield on top. McGrew brings it up to Norris. And traveling violation back to Elmwood Brimfield.
Was trying to put the ball down, but took a couple steps before she got it there. Called for the travel.
Vaughn will bring it up for Brimfield. Wewell now back to Vaughn. Kappas swings it back to Wewell, far corner. To Vaughn, they go inside to Troxel. She'll kick it back out. Kappa's going to drive, left-handed layup up and in. Official stoppage.
Trying to get number 2 to take a, and we're going to have our first media timeout of the contest. So we'll take a break here with 3:32 to go in quarter number 1. 4-0 Indians over the Spartans. You're listening to TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
As we work together to stop the spread of COVID-19, McDonough District Hospital wants you to know that your health and safety are our #1 priority.
Our primary care providers are here to take care of you and your family's total well-being. Telehealth capabilities and the MDH Convenience Clinic all provide ease of access to our wide range of services.
All of this because we are committed to providing you quality and compassionate care that you have come to trust from us.
McDonough District Hospital, more than hospital care, a hospital caring.
And we're back here at Bristol Prairie City High School on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Also, one of our great sponsors is the Community News Brief. The Community News Brief is a free publication distributed to over 68 locations of Bristol, Macomb, Colchester, Industry, Adair, and more towns throughout the area. It provides local news to McDonough County and parts of Fulton County every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. To submit a press release or get advertising information for the locally owned publication, contact Glenn at 309-333-8245 or email communitybrief@gmail.com. BPC basketball out of the timeout. 3:27 to play. Sickles with it now to Suter. McGrew in the near far corner, I should say. Back to Suter. Curry. Now Sickles going to fire up a three. It's long. Rebound down to Norris, and we're going to get a quick jump ball, and we'll stay with BPC. See Gilfil, number 20, back for Bushel Prairie City as Suter will check out.
I'm guessing that's Maddie Hesse, number 5, checking in. She's on the varsity roster.
And 21, Jacqueline Fabry, also on the varsity roster. Ball quickly down the floor, shot up, no good. Going to go off of BPC, out of bounds. We'll stay with Brimfield. Gerald Miller checks in for the first time, number 22.
Jacqueline Fabry, number 21.
Vaughn inbounds for Elmwood, or I said Elmwood, there we go, football Brimfield, the Lady Indians.
Yeah, Jason and I actually had that discussion before the game started. A lot of people forget that they are separated for some of these sports.
Kappas goes inside to Hessing, and a shot up and good by Kylie Vaughn, and makes it a 6-0 lead for the Brimfield Lady Indians. Norris now with it to Sickles. Swings around to McGrew, to Miller. Miller right-hand dribble now to the left, back to McGrew. 2:25 to play, opening quarter, 6-0 lead for Brimfield. Norris back to McGrew. Inside they go to Norris. Norris going to go up and off the glass. Rebound, no. Corralled by Norris. To Sickles. She'll go strong off the glass, too strong. And Brimfield with it. Now the other end, Maddie Hessen's going to go up and miss an easy layup. Going to go off of Brimfield to BPC.
And Hessing is just looking up at the sky saying, you got to be kidding me. How'd I miss that?
Yeah, she was alone with nobody on the other side of midcourt and just missed an easy one. 6-0 lead for Brimfield. Just under 2 to play. Opening quarter, 154. Gilfillan, right-hand dribble, got a stop pop just inside the three-point line. Rebound down to Brimfield. And to the other end, that's Kappas, and she'll go up and lay it up with the left hand, make it an 8-0 lead for the Lady Indians, down to a minute 35 to play in the opening quarter.
Kappas has 6 of the 8, too. All from about that same exact spot.
Norris puts the ball on the floor, and the ball poked away, crowded by Brimfield. 2-on-1. Free throw line jumper by Olivia Kappas is good, and a 10-0 lead for the Lady Indians. 1:15 to play, first quarter of the JV contest. And we're going to get a full timeout by BPC with 1:12 to play here in the opening quarter. 10-0 lead for Brimfield. We're brought to you by Square Music Company. They offer instruments, gear, lessons, service, and more. Located at 122 Northside Square in Macomb. Call the Macomb store at 309-431-5484. And you can also visit the Quincy location at 725 North Hampshire Street. You can also find them online at squaremusic.com. Thanks for tuning in to TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Chris Rankhauser and Dwayne Hill here courtside of our JV contest between the Indians and the Spartans.
Spartans, this is a 10-0 game, but this isn't two teams that should be 10-0. Spartans are just struggling, taking care of the basketball and making any shots. This game it may end up being this way the whole game, but these two teams aren't this different. You can tell by the way they're playing. The Spartans are getting looks. They just aren't getting anything to fall, and they aren't taking very good care of the basketball.
Right, some good looks, as you said, by BPC, just can't convert. So we're down to minute 12 out of the timeout. Will be BPC basketball. Miller to inbound. Gets it into McGrew. She'll bring it up, left-hand dribble to Sickles. Back to Miller. Back to McGrew, down under a minute to play, 58 seconds to go. McGrew far corner picks up the dribble, and we're going to get a double dribble, turnover back to the Lady Indians.
I don't know. I thought it got knocked out of her hands. Apparently she put it back down to try and get a better angle. That's a no-no.
So 55 seconds to play, opening quarter, 10-0 lead for Brimfield Lady Indians. Wallace with inside pass poked away now by BPC. Miller's got it. 42 seconds. Miller's going to lose the hands on it, and it's going to be poked. out of bounds. Momentarily confusion a little bit, and BPC going to keep the basketball.
No, they're not.
Now they're not. So it'll be Brimfield basketball. Will be a Kappas 2 inbounds. Gets it to Kylie Vaughn. Vaughn right-hand dribble, picks it up. Now,
if Gillifeld hadn't touched that, it would have went out of bounds. That was just a bad pass. But she thought, if she could have gotten her hand on it, it would have been a layup the other direction. But
good job by Gilfillan. And it'll be Brimfield basketball. 31 seconds to play. 10-0 lead for the Lady Indians. Vaughn with it. Around the perimeter, they go to Kappas. Back to Vaughn. To Haley Wallace. That's going to be a jumper up and off the rim. No good by Vaughn. Rebound down to BPC. Taylor with it. Now gets it to Miller. Down to 5. Taylor's going to put the ball on the floor. It's going to go out of bounds off of her foot. And Elmwood Brimfield, there we go again, Elmwood Brimfield basketball with 1.8 seconds to play and a 10-0 lead.
And Elizabeth Suter checks back in with 1.8 seconds left here. I'd say that was just to get somebody a quarter, as we used to say back in the day, but she already had the quarter. So.
And the half-court shot draws just the front of the iron by Kylie Vaughn, and we'll head to the second quarter. 10-0 lead for Brimfield over BPC.
Get dinner to the table quickly, no matter how busy your day's been. True Convection Cooking uses a fan to distribute hot air evenly and cook food faster. So dinner is ready when they are. True Convection Cooking, brought to you by Whirlpool.
And we're back here courtside at Bushel Prairie City High School. Here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. And MDH wants to thank you for voting McDonough District Hospital Rehabilitation Center as best of the best in McDonough County. Let their experience in dedicated sports medicine and rehabilitation staff show you why MDH has been voted best of the best 2017, 18, 19, and again in 20. 3 convenient locations to serve you, 2 in Macomb and 1 in Bushnell. Chris Rankhauser, Dwight Hill here courtside at Bushel Prairie City High School this afternoon.
See if they can turn the tide here a little bit.
It will be Lady Indian basketball. We all got it in to Vaughn, and we will let it back. She goes inside, shot off the front of the rim, no good for Brimfield, and BPC with it. That'll be Gilfield, number 20.
That was Troxel, and that might be the first time she's touched the ball all day. I think it's the first time we've said her name. She started, but we didn't. That's the only time we said her name before then.
Right. That's Curry with it. Now jumper by Norris off the rim. Good follow-up by Norris. She'll go back up. No on the shot, but we'll go to the line for some free throws.
That was going to be on Taylor Wewell.
6:31 to play here in the first half. 10-0 lead for Brimfield over BPC. First one up, and the first one is good. So BPC on the scoreboard. 6:31 again to play in the first half. 10-1 lead for Brimfield Lady Indians. Norris is up and drops the second one in off the front and back of the iron. 10-2 lead for Brimfield.
Maybe that'll start the onslaught, the scoring onslaught a little bit for BPC. They've been struggling from the field for sure.
Wewell gets it into the far corner to Kappas. Her shot, no. Rebound tipped out to Wewell.
BPC should be lucky because Troxel was wide open on the block. Nobody down there, and Kappas just wouldn't give it to her.
Troxel got it. Now they swing it back around. Kappas has got it. Ball moved around. Quick jumper by Wewell up. No. Rebound down to BPC and Norris. She'll push the floor, picks the dribble up, gets it over to Gilfillan. She'll just step inside the three-point arc, in and out, no good. Rebound down to Troxel.
You ever wonder why you take that 6-inch step inside the line? You might as well just take it from outside if you're going to shoot it from that far away.
Absolutely, and the shot up, no by Kappas. Rebound again to BPC. Norris going to drive it down the floor, and she's going to be fouled, and the foul going to be whistled on Vaughn for the Lady Indians.
Kylie Vaughn, her first, team's third. Checking in for the Indians, Hessing and Fabry.
5:34 to play, 10-2 lead for Brimfield over BPC.
Curry with it. Curly. I don't know why I keep saying that. I apologize.
Suter's going to pop along 2. No on the rebound. And pushing it down the floor will be number 21 and up and in. Jacqueline Fabry with the 2, and it makes it back to a 10-point lead, 12-2. Sickles with it. Now to Suter. Suter, right-hand dribble, gets it to Curley. Norris inside, going to pick up the dribble, back to Curley. Sickles going to pop a 3 off the iron, no good. Get another good look for BPC, just can't get anything to drop right now from the field.
No, they're struggling for sure. Taylor and Hickenbottom going to check in for BPC. That's the first time Hickenbottom's been in.
We'll see Madison McGrew, number 10, back in. And Jill Miller. 4:56 to play in the first half, 12-2 lead for the Lady Indians of Brimfield.
Might have heard the Indians talking with the substitutions. I got 11, I got 12.
Fabry with it. Now goes near corner to Vaughn. Inside they go to Johnson. Ball poked away. McGrew with it. She's going to take it up. Picks up the dribble and couldn't hold the feet on the floor. Traveling violation back to the Lady Indians.
She wanted to go up for a layup, obviously, but she realized when she got there that there was not enough room. Somebody got back in defense in transitions, and she didn't have anywhere to go and just couldn't stop her momentum in time.
Vaughn gets it over to Fabry. Cross court to Vaughn. Inside they go. Quick shot up by Johnson. No. Rebound down to BPC. Curley swings it to McGrew. McGrew's just inside the three-point arc, and she'll hit. Long 2 by Madison McGrew. 12-4 lead for Brimfield. 4:08 to play in the first half. Ball in the far corner. Fake shot inside they go on the pass to Johnson, and Johnson up and in for the 2. Kira Johnson with 2 makes it a 14-4 lead. 3:50 to play first half. McGrew's going to step in from just inside the three-point line, and this time from the top of the circle. And she hits. She's got 2 straight field goals. And this 14-6 lead for Brimfield, and a timeout taken by the Lady Indians.
This will be extended into the media timeout, I believe. This is a timeout for them, though, Jason.
It is a 30-second timeout that turns into the under 4 media timeout.
So we'll take a break right after this. 14-6, BPC trails the Indians.
You know, you see fires on TV all the time. You don't understand what the families are really going through until you've lived it. The day before the fire, life was good. We went to bed, we woke up, and we had nothing. If it was not for Country Financial, we would still have nothing.
McDonough District Hospital's Dolores Cater Schweitzer Women's Center was built for one goal: to strengthen women's health services in the region's premier facility. Our dedicated staff, past and present, delivered generations of MDH babies, and now in the new Women's Center, our staff is ready to deliver the next generation and beyond. Come visit the Dolores Cater Schweitzer Women's Center and see for yourself the MDH difference.
And we're back here at Bristol Prairie City High School, 3:42 to play in this first half of our JV contest. Thanks for tuning in this afternoon here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
So it's been a pretty even second quarter so far. BPC has kind of come to life a little bit. They haven't been able to close the gap a whole lot, but hopefully they can turn the tide here. They've stemmed it anyway. Let's see if they can turn it and get some points back and make this a contest before we enter the halfway point.
Brimfield basketball out of the timeout. Wewell swings it around to Troxel. Inside the ball goes to 21 now with it. Fabry. She'll get it back, and she'll put it back up and in this time. 16-6, the lead back to 10 for the Lady Indians. 3:20 to play first half.
The Indians are dominating the glass. That's the biggest thing here now is since the Spartans have started making a few baskets, they just can't control the defensive glass.
Curley going to fire one up. No. Rebound down to Wewell. Swings it to Vaughn. To Troxel. Ball back to Vaughn. She'll go inside. The jumper up. No good. Rebound tapped around. Shot was no good by Hessing. And rebound down to BPC. McGrew has it. She's got a couple of field goals here in this second quarter. Taylor.
Ooh. That looked like
maybe
a carry.
Got a carry there. Help bounce too hard of a pass and crowd finally by BPC. 2:30 to play. McGrew picks up the dribble to Curley. Miller with it near corner. She'll put the ball on the floor and the ball's still loose. Finally going to be crowded by Brimfield. Vaughn under the
why
basket
you throw that
to
pass
Wewell.
down there?
Shot no. Hickenbottom with the rebound. Yeah.
Wewell was open for a long time, and then Vaughn took it way down the court and then threw it to her when she was clear underneath the basket.
McGrew swings it to Hickenbottom, to Taylor. She'll try and go inside with a bounce pass stolen away by
Fabry. Looked like she wanted to throw a baseball pass and then realized there wasn't anybody down there.
Shot up no by Vaughn. Rebound down to BPC. We're under 2 to play. 1:45. First half, JV contest, 16-6 lead for Brimfield. McGrew picks up the dribble, needs some help. And going to be traveling violation on BPC.
A near line change coming in for BPC.
See,
Sickles, Norris, Gilfillan, and it was, I believe, Suter came in with them as well.
Yes. So 1:38 to play, 16-6 lead for Brimfield. Troxel gets it to Kappas. She'll get it back. 3, no good. Rebound. Kappas gets it back. It's going to throw it out of bounds. They'll go back to BPC with 1:25 to play.
Kappas has done a lot of good things inside the paint and driving to the hoop, but she is struggling from the right corner. That's 2 times she shot from the right corner and hit the backboard both times.
McGrew with it to Suter. Suter going to drive it and lose the handle momentarily. Tries to go up for a shot block. Gilfillan there for the rebound. No. Ball's still loose on the floor, and Gilfillan will pick it back up. 1:10 to play.
Well, Brimfield likes to break to the other end, don't they?
Yes, they do. Sickles going to get it outside. Triple team, some contact, no foul. Norris goes up with some contact, and she was fouled. And we'll go to the line for 2.
It's going to be on Fabry. Fabry, team 4th. Norris at the free throw line to shoot 2. She hit her first 2 here earlier in the second quarter. Make her 3 for 3.
Makes it a 16-7 ball game. 30 Kiera Johnson back for the Lady Indians. Norris up with the second, and it's good as well. So Hadley Norris 4-4 from the line here in the second quarter, and lead cut in half, 16-8, as we're right under the minute mark now at 58 seconds to play first half. Hessing now to Kappas.
Jaitlin kind of gave her the shoulder bump there.
Troxel.
She was trying to drive the baseline.
Inside they go to Johnson. Kicks it back out. Kappas is going to drive in. Tries to kick it over to Maddie Hessing. Is going to go out of bounds off of BPC with 40.9 seconds to play in the opening half.
And it got kicked out of bounds. That's exactly right. She tried to kick it over and it got kicked instead.
Hessing to inbounds, gets it into Wewell. She'll fire a 3 from the near corner. No. Rebound to Troxel. Gets it back to Hessing. She'll throw one up on the left side. No. Gilfillan there for the rebound for BPC. 30 seconds to play.
Just seems like every loose ball bounces to Brimfield.
Norris gets it from Sickles. She'll drive in. Foul.
Say out
on
of bounds.
The floor.
Foul on the floor, so it was on the drive. That was on number 3. Taylor Wewell, her second, team's 5th.
Suter to inbounds for BPC, 23.9 seconds to play. She'll get it into Sickles. Far corner, just inside the arc. Madison McGrew, a nice second quarter here. She's hit 3 18, 19-foot jumpers and cuts the lead to just 6. 16-10, 12 seconds to play. Brimfield with the basketball.
Getting a stop here would be huge, taking this in at 6 points. That's a doable lead.
Kappas drives her shot. No. Right there for the rebound is Hessing, and BPC is going to come out with a rebound, and we got a
bloody nose.
That is Kappas, I believe. Clock stopped with 1.4 seconds to play.
So that'd be a tough thing to figure out with a mask on.
So with our stoppage here, we can tell you about some of our great sponsors. Heil Enterprises, Heil Trucking. They can take your product down the road near or far, and also offers top-notch heavy-duty truck and trailer repair. Second-generation business continues to grow and continues to support BPC Athletics. Stop by and see Danny or Travis as the ball's stolen away by Elmwood Brimfield. And that'll end the first half. We'll finish up that ad for Heil Enterprises. Stop by and see Danny or Travis on Route 41 south of Prairie City, or give them a call at 309-775-3333. We'll be back here at courtside. You're tuned in to TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
You know, you see fires on TV all the time. You don't understand what the families are really going through until you've lived it. The day before the fire, life was good. We went to bed, we woke up, and we had nothing. If it was not for Country Financial, we would still have nothing.
McDonough District Hospital's Dolores Cater Schweitzer Women's Center was built for one goal: to strengthen women's health services in the region's premier facility. Our dedicated staff, past and present, delivered generations of MDH babies, and now in the new Women's Center, our staff is ready to deliver the next generation and beyond. Come visit the Dolores Cater Schweitzer Women's Center and see for yourself the MDH difference.
And welcome back courtside here at Bristol Prairie City High School on this gorgeous sunny Saturday afternoon.
I wouldn't know.
I was going to say, you've been in the building all day, haven't you?
Yeah,
so far?
Miles and I have been in here the entire time. Jason had to make a flying trip, thankfully. Thankfully, I've had a fellow Hewlett here with a vehicle every time that we've had a problem at West Prairie. Didn't get there soon enough to help with the 7th grade game today, but we did get the backup computer there for the 8th grade game. And Jason's running the computer for us here for this game, and then Jason's going to do the end zone, so to speak, camera again as he's trying to help me get it all figured out. Hannah did it last night and did a really good job with it. Seemed to be a pretty cool little aspect to have. So
watched a little bit when I got home last night, and it was very cool. That was quite a nice new addition.
Getting those things ready for football, because we'll have 2 sidelight cameras in football. So just got to make sure we got them working and make sure we know what's going on with them, make sure everything's good.
And we're 3 weeks from last night is the opening football contest of the year.
Yeah, well, that's kind of crazy. It's the 19th, right?
Yep. BPC will open at Macomb as we're 16-10 here in our JV contest. So the girls action this afternoon. The Indians on top of the Spartans, and
the great MDH rehabilitation staff and trainers. When Kappas had the bloody nose, they went right down to help both schools. They're not just here for BPC. They help both schools when needed. And I want to mention that the MDH trainers were right down there to help with the bloody nose. Now, sometimes there's not a whole lot you can do with a bloody nose. You just kind of have to hold it and
run its course.
Yeah, let it go. But it was nice to see him go down, make sure everything was okay, and go from there. But Kappas has 8 points to lead all scorers in the first half. 2 points for Vaughn, 2 points for Johnson, and 4 points for Vabry. 6 points for, and 4 points for Kylie Norris. Hey, let's get Johnny under the headset. I want to give Johnny your headset there real quick. Johnny Miller, Jonathan Miller, I guess technically is probably the proper name. Push that closer to your mouth there, guy. Johnny Miller is what I know him as for like 45 years, it seems like. It hasn't been quite that long, but it's been 40
just a little.
It's 40 years since I broke your leg, probably, isn't it?
Pretty close.
Yeah, pretty close. It Yeah, I didn't work for like the mob or nothing, folks.
It was fourth grade.
I may have exaggerated my three-wheeler driving ability a little bit. And my size compounded that fact. And I landed on my head, so I was fine, but Johnny didn't land on his head.
No.
But really what we got you under the headset for is you are a member of the Bushnell Prairie City School Board.
Yes.
We had Mrs. Dinger on earlier this week on a game. We've had Mr. Butcher on a game as well. Mr. Butcher, Mrs. Dinger's been here quite a while, but Mr. Butcher's been a good asset in addition to your school, hasn't he?
Yes, we added him last fall.
Yeah, December I think it was, wasn't it? He's I've heard nothing but good things about him. You guys have caught a lot of flack with how everything's going, just like everybody at every school. And how hard is it? I mean, everybody talks about it's hard on the teachers. You guys have to make all these decisions. When you're making decisions, though, you really don't have yes, you're quote-unquote making a decision, but you don't really have any control over it. You pretty much have to do whatever the state says, right? I mean, They say, oh, you can decide, but if you don't, we're going to do this. So you really don't have a choice, right?
No, not really, and it usually changes on us on a daily basis. So keeping up with all the rules and regulations that we got to abide by has been a task, and our administration here has done a phenomenal job on keeping up, and with our facilities we've been able to keep up with most of them. So.
Yeah, Bushnell School District is very lucky to have this gym that we're in right now. A lot of schools, we started doing West Prairie here on TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH. And West Prairie, until just recently, weren't able to have any family even at junior high games because they have a one-sided gym at the middle school. It's just little things like that this gym allows this school district to do and have that other schools don't have the luxury of.
Correct.
So, as you move forward, are you guys getting ready for anything next year, or is this year and the way COVID is treating you guys just as a school board, are you guys just every week or every month just worried about just getting to May and then we'll worry about the fall after that?
Pretty much. And then we hold, seems like this year we've held more special meetings than the 8 years I've been on the board. So we've had more special meetings where we have to make last-minute decisions and stuff than prior years.
Yeah, well, this year is not like any other year. That is for sure.
No.
Is a year like this make you guys, some of you guys decide, say, man, maybe this school board thing isn't so fun after all?
Yes.
But at the same time, it is important, and you guys have to try to make decisions that are best for the school. One of those being, you guys made a decision a few months ago, or I don't know, I've lost track, but no longer going to be in the BWP co-op.
Correct.
You made that decision. I'm sure that wasn't an easy decision because you were on that committee that helped form that co-op. So,
well, I didn't help form it, but I was later on.
Yeah, you came in with the whole deal there at the end or whatever. But you, that has to be a tough decision, and then it leaves you guys with changes coming up after that for BPC alone sports, doesn't it?
Correct. With football, I think we're going to 8-man.
So what's the feedback been on some of this stuff? Do you guys get some good feedback mixed with the bad? I'm sure you get bad because bad is the big thing. Do you get some good feedback? I'm sure you're getting good feedback from Mr. Butcher and the way things are being handled there. But do you get much good feedback, or is it like everybody else? Like everything I get's almost all negative, it seems like.
I get a little of both. That seems like the louder ones are the negative ones, but I get positive feedback as well.
Yeah, that's the way it is, I think, with everything. But, well, any big stuff coming up for the school board that you can think of that matters? Have they set? Did I see that they set graduation yet?
Yes.
Yes, I thought I saw that they set graduation. That's always a fluxing, hard thing to figure out, isn't it?
Yes, especially with snow days. But this year we built in like snow days that we can take back. So,
how does the e-learning that you had to do earlier this year and the end of last year, will that help with those snow days in the future at all to keep you from having a snow day? Because I've heard people say, well, what can't we do that and not have snow days? Is that something you can actually do?
We decided we weren't doing, like flipping to e-learning. We were going to have a snow day and let the kids have a break.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm sure the kids appreciate it too. All right, Johnny, thanks for talking to us for a few minutes, and enjoy watching Jilly play here.
Thank you.
So we get Chris back under the headset and go there. Johnny, of course, a school board member. I saw him the other day, told him he should come talk to us at the JV game since I knew he was going to be here. And it wouldn't add anybody to the 50 count that we have to keep here at the high school.
Yeah.
And
known Johnny a while, and, like he said when he came, we must be dragging the bottom of the barrier to get the help that you're getting here. But we are just about ready for second half action in our JV contest. It will be Spartan basketball. Back to the second quarter, BPC shut out in the opening quarter, but did a good job. It was 10-0. Actually outscored Brimfield in that second, cut the lead to just a 6-point game.
yeah, outscored Brimfield 10-6, and Madison McGrew had 6 of those points.
Another 4 by Norris from the free throw line. Norris with the basketball, tries to get over to Suter. Now the ball loose on the floor, and it's going to go off of...
Vabry and Sickles got together a little bit there, didn't they?
Yeah, it's going to go off Vabry and stay with BPC as Suter gets it into Norris. Norris, right-hand dribble, hands off to Gilfeld, she'll pop. I thought that was a 3, but no signal, doesn't drop. Ball loose on the floor, going to go...
It's going to go to Brimfield, and not quite sure how there wasn't a foul there because that poor Brimfield player, I think it was number 30, Kiera Johnson, got sandwiched by a couple Bushnell players, but the ball went out of bounds anyway.
Troxel with it now, far corner. That is Vaughn to Wewell. Down to 6:28 to play. Vaughn with the basketball. Simply lost her footing and double dribbled. Ball back to BPC as Gilfeld to inbound for the Spartans.
Yeah, I don't think that initially when she slipped, she was already dribbling. I think if she'd have just kept the dribble, she'd have been okay, but she kind of gave it up and then got called for the travel.
It is Curley, number 12 with the basketball, to Norris. Norris going to drive in the left hand, lose the ball, gets it back. Suter thought about it, 3. Gets it over to Gilfillan. Back to Curley, down to 6 minutes to play, and bullet pass, I think was intended for Suter. It goes out of bounds, and it'll go back to the Lady Indians.
Yeah, it wasn't a bad thought. I think the play is designed to go to Sickles on the far side there, but she saw Suter come open, and she just rifled. The problem was Suter was only about 5 feet from her.
Johnson with it, goes inside to 21, Fabry. Jacqueline Fabry, and that will put the lead back to 8, 18-10. Sickles with it now for BPC. To Curley. Tried to go to Suter, and Suter cut one way, and the ball went the other. Elmwood Brimfield with the basketball.
She zigged, and they threw the zag.
And now going to happen the other way as Vaughn throws it
to the zag, and Vabry went to zig.
So it'll be back to BPC, 5:26 to play. 18-10 lead for the Lady Indians.
That's the kind of stuff that just
makes you want to pull your hair out.
As a coach, yeah.
Norris drives in.
Tony don't have much left. He can't afford to lose much more.
That's true. That may be all by plan.
Maybe it is. He'd have a full head of hair right now if he hadn't coached for all these years.
Gilfillan to inbound, and
that might be true. You know, right?
I know for a fact as having 2 kids that he coached. So inside it is Johnson with the basketball, kicks it out to Fabry. She'll fire up a 3, rebound down to Sickles for BPC, gets it to Gilfillan.
It was actually Troxel.
Was it Troxel? Okay.
Yeah. That's the 4th time we've said her name all day. That's the reason why you didn't realize who it was.
And the ball out of bounds to BPC.
I've never seen a girl play so much that we never mentioned. Troxel, I don't know that she's ever sat down, but I've literally kept count. We've only said her name 4 times.
Gilfillan gets it into Suter. She'll pop a quick shot, draws air, and rebound down to Troxel. Other way they go to Fabry, and she's going to be fouled on the right-handed layup attempt.
Curley's going to pick up the foul. Her first, team's first.
First free throws in the afternoon for
That's the first foul
on BPC.
That's the first foul of the game on BPC.
Yep.
You believe that?
That's crazy. First one up and good. As we see Madison McGrew, number 10, checks in. As Gilfillan will check out, 4:47 to play. Third quarter, 19-10 lead for the Brimfield Lady Indians.
We didn't have very many fouls in the first half last night either, but 0 fouls is almost unheard of.
And no on the second for Fabry. BPC basketball. Sickles now to Curley. She'll pick up the dribble, gets it to McGrew, and ball going to be poked away by Wewell. She'll get it across court to Vaughn. Will bring it up across midcourt. 4:25 to play. Inside, they try to go to Johnson, and it's going to go off her fingertips back to BPC.
I think it might have been McGrew that tipped that first and raised it a little higher, and Johnson couldn't quite get to it.
Gilfillan back as Curley will check out. McGrew brings it up across midcourt. 4:20 to play, first half. Good defense by Troxel. And Norris has to go to the floor to pick up the ball, and we're going to get a foul on Brimfield. I believe that may be on Troxel.
It is. Her first.
Team foul
first.
number 1. As C.G. Miller back for BPC. Elizabeth Suter inbound, 19-10 lead for Brimfield. 4:12 to play, third quarter. She'll get into Gilfillan. Gets it to
Kappas
Suter.
is back, by the way.
Ball going to be nearly poked away, going to be kicked out of bounds off the knee of McGrew, and it'll go back to Brimfield.
Yep, that's a good call. It's 19-10. BPC trails Brimfield here. 4 minutes exactly to go. So the next dead ball will be a COVID timeout.
Troxel with it, goes inside to Hessing, and now the shot by Vaughn out of the far corner, no, and out of bounds to BPC.
No, maybe I was wrong.
And yep, now we're going to get that signal from the scores table. We'll be back here at Bristol Prairie City High School.
Well, we were camping, and then I got a phone call from my neighbor and said that we got hit by a storm. He said, you better come home because there's no roof. He said, I look up and see the sky. He didn't know what you were going to do, where you're going to go, you know, but Country Financial took care of us.
We anticipate something that we hope never happens, but when it happens, we are there to make good on our promise.
And back here at Bristol Prairie City High School on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Country Financial agent Shelley Poston. See Shelley Poston at Country Financial to learn more about protection for things in your life that matter most and get started on a plan for a comfortable future. Contact Shelley Poston today at Country Financial at 309-772-3003. Also brought to you by Webb Family Farms. Webb Family Farms has been growing corn, soybeans, Spartans for 5 generations. Nathan, Lisa, Jamie, Cyrus, Terry, and Linda wish all BPC athletes good luck this season. 3:49 to go, third quarter, 19-10 lead for the Lady Indians of Brimfield.
Illinois is beating Wisconsin at the half, if anybody cares. I'm sure there's some people watching it want to know how the Illini and Connor Servin are doing right now, so they're beating Wisconsin.
BPC basketball out the timeout. Miller to McGrew. Good defense by Troxel, picking up just across mid-court line to Miller. She'll bring it back out on top. Over to Norris. Norris kicks it to Suter. Suter tries to drive baseline, cut off by Vaughn. She'll get baseline, try to go up for a pass. It goes out. Gilfillan's going to fire up a 3 off the rim. No good. Miller there for the rebound out of her hands. Gilfillan gets it back up off the glass. No. Rebound down to Fabry, now poked away, and Gilfillan going to the floor, still letting them play. Miller's going to pick it up. She's going to fire a long 2. It's off the front of the rim and no good. Rebound to McGrew. Back to Miller. She's going to be fouled on the shot attempt and go to the line 4-2.
Kappa's going to pick up the foul, her first, team second. Miller will be shooting her first free throws of the game.
19-10 lead for Brimfield.
30-second timeout charged to Brimfield.
M&B Furniture, Bristol's only furniture store, will be celebrating its 60th anniversary in June. M&B Furniture is a mainstay in the community and offers top-notch customer service, free delivery within 40 miles, and the best in home appliance repair in the area. For everything you need to furnish your new home or replenish an old one, stop and see the fine folks at 41 West Main Street, or find them on Facebook, Instagram, or the web at www.bfurniturinc.com. You can give them a call at 309-772-2111. 19-10 the lead for Brimfield as Jill Miller to the line, 4-2 out of the timeout.
Not real sure how that got set to 6 fouls or 6 timeouts. It's supposed to be 5. It was 5 earlier.
Miller up and good on the first. First points of the third quarter for BPC, 19-11 game. And the second one off the back and off the front of the iron, down and good, 19-12. 3 minutes to play, third quarter, JV contest. Kappas with it, swings it to Troxel. Back to Kappas, she'll fire up a 3, well short, rebound down to number 2, Vaughn. She'll pop from 16, no, draws front of the iron, and the rebound by Kappas is up and no good, but going to get a foul on BPC and 2 free throws for Olivia Kappas.
On Miller?
33,
Nope.
Norris picks up
Norris.
the foul for first, team second.
2:47 to play, 19-12 lead for the Brimfield Lady Indians. First one by Kappas up and no off the front of the rim. She'll have one more. Second one up, and the second one is good. Back to an 8-point lead, 20-12. 2:45 to play. McGrew brings it up to the right-hand dribble for BPC. She'll drive in, loses the handle, gets it to Hickenbottom. Ball poked away and stolen by Troxel for Brimfield. She'll pick up the dribble, goes cross court to Vaughn. Vaughn picks up the dribble, back to Troxel. Troxel and Vaughn playing catch around the perimeter. Now the ball moved to the near corner. That is Kappas. She'll pop up a long 2. 16-footers up and good, 22-12. The lead back to double digits for Brimfield at 22-12. Norris with it, 2:05 to play, to Hickenbottom. She's going to drive in, bounce pass inside to Norris. There, shot no from the left side. Miller there for the rebound. Is going to step on the end line, back to the Lady Indians.
Checking in for the Indians, number 30, Kiara Johnson, and number 3, Taylor Wewell.
See Sickles and Taylor back for BPC. 1:59 to play, 22-12 lead for Brimfield. Taylor Wewell will bring it up for the Lady Indians. Swings it over to Meyer. Or no, that's not Meyer, sorry. Fabry, 21. Back to Fabry. To Kappas. Kappas puts the ball on the floor, bounce pass to Wewell. Inside they go to Maddie Hessing, and she's going to be fouled, and foul going to be on the floor.
15, Emma Taylor picks up the Spartan foul. That's her first.
Emma Taylor whistled for the foul. Her first, team foul number 3. As Hessing gets it in to Kappas, kicks it out. 3 by Wewell, no off the back iron, rebound around. Hessing gets it underneath, the reverse layup, no good, and we've got a stoppage as...
Not a shoe, or not a mask this time, but a shoe is when arrived for
Kiara Johnson. Lost the right tennis shoe. Minute 31 to play, third quarter, 22-12 lead for the Lady Indians, Spartan basketball. McGrew, left hand dribble, goes inside to Taylor. Taylor double team, can't get a shot up, and going to be fouled on the floor. Minute 18 to play, third quarter.
Foul is on
Maddie
Hessing, her first.
Miller gets it into Hickenbottom. She'll have the ball poked away, and a foul going to be whistled on Olivia Kappas for Brimfield.
It'll be her second, team's 4th.
Olivia Kappas, number 4, earns her second.
So you see CJ Troxel back for Brimfield. She'll check in for Jacqueline Fabry. And Elizabeth Gilfield, number 20, back for BPC. Miller to inbound. Gets it to Gilfield, down to minute 13 on the third quarter clock. Gets it to McGrew, left side. Got a contact there, no foul by Troxel. Now the ball poked away from Miller by Kappas.
Jilly just grabbed her to keep her from getting a fast break. No call, though, so it worked. 3
by Hessing is up and good.
It's a 2. It's a 2. It's a 2.
No, it is Wewell. I'm sorry, not Hessing.
And it was a 2, not a 3. They changed it.
Puts the lead, doubles the lead at 12 now, 24-12. 35 seconds to play. Gilfone is going to come up with the basketball, and we're going to get a foul on the floor on the Lady Indians.
Kappas. Her third, team's fifth.
Kelly Vaughn back for the Lady Indians. 30.8 seconds to play, third quarter, 24-12 lead for Brimfield. Gilfeld to inbound, gets it to Taylor. Swings it to McGrew, she'll fire up a long 3. Good look, just doesn't drop. Sickles there for the rebound, shot up no good. Rebound down to Johnson for Brimfield. 19 seconds to play, nice pass down the floor, shot up by Wewell, no. Put back down by Johnson, and it's going to go out of bounds and stay with the Lady Indians.
10.7 seconds left. Norris is going to check back in.
Taylor will check out.
Must have missed a BPC foul.
As
no, you're fine.
To inbound, ball going to be poked away and stay with the Lady Indians. 10.1 seconds to play. Third quarter, 24-12 lead for Brimfield.
They put one of the fouls on the Spartans side instead of on the. That's what they did.
Vaughn gets it into Hessing. Wewell going to fire up a 3. No. Rebound to Miller. Down to 3. Down to 2. Down to 1. Miller's going to let it fly, and we have ended 3 quarters of play with Brimfield on top, 24-12 here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Brought to you by Farmers and Merchant State Bank of Bristol. For over 100 years, Farmers and Merchant State Bank of Bristol has been servicing the local community's needs for personal and business banking, as well as home agriculture lending and its trust department. Stop by the main branch at 484 East Main Street or their drive-up facility on Cole Street to learn more. F&M is a member FDIC and equal housing lender. Also brought to you by Hensley Grain and Rural Bushnell. They've got a long family history of taking an active role in the Bristol Prairie City School District, and especially Spartan athletics. Good luck, Spartans, in 2021. Enjoy this shortened athletic campaign.
A little problems with our scoreboard here, so I reset it for Jason.
All righty. As we're getting ready for the fourth quarter here of the JV contest. 24-12 lead for Brimfield. It will be Lady Indian basketball out of the quarter break.
To be Brimfield possession to start the quarter.
All right, I think we're right now. Oh, got to get to fourth quarter, though, don't we?
CJ Troxel to inbound for the Lady Indian. Gets it to Taylor Wewell. Back to Troxel. Right wing on top to Kappas. She'll swing it back around Wewell. Far side, that's Kappas. She'll set it back out to Wewell. To Troxel. Inside they go to Johnson. Johnson's going to spin one up and off the glass. And good ball movement by the Lady Indians. Now a 26-12 lead for Brimfield. BPC with just 2 points in that third quarter. And Sickles going to lose the handle on it. Norris now will pick it up. Tries to go inside to Curley, and ball stolen away by Taylor Wewell for Brimfield. She'll sing it to Troxel. Far corner. That's Kappa's going to fire one up. No. Rebound loose on the floor and corralled by Wewell. She's going to fire one up, but drug the feet before the shot got off, and it'll go back to BPC.
Yeah, the Spartans have not opened either half very strongly, and that time they fell behind a few more points and getting farther down, and probably going to be hard to make this back up the way they've been playing. They're going to have to change the tempo a bunch here if they want to get back in it.
Norris to Curley. Suter.
That might have been a trap.
Yeah, to Sickles. Curley going to fire up a 2. Rebound down to Kappas. And now a foul going to be whistled on Elizabeth Suter for BPC.
Her first, team's third.
32 Elizabeth Suter picked up the ball on her first. Team of 4.
Yeah, they got 4. Jake's got 4 too, so maybe I missed one.
Gilfillan in as McGrew will check out. 5:40 to play here, third quarter. Troxel with it for Brimfield. She tries to go across court into the corner and stolen away by Gilfillan for BPC. She'll kick out to Sickles. Back to Suter in the far corner. She'll bring it back across the free throw line. Stops, going to pop short off the front of the rim, out of bounds. Nope, going to be saved by Brimfield.
Almost hit the back of the backboard with it.
Wewell. Swings around Troxel, now left wing to Kappas. Troxel right wing, inside they go. Johnson going to go up off the glass and in. Kira Johnson with a couple of nice looks inside here in this fourth quarter. A 28-12 lead for the Brimfield Lady Indians. 4:40 to play here in the third quarter. Curley with it to Sickles. Left wing. On top to Suter. Suter right-hand dribble guarded by Kappas. Going to spin it up, rolls around and halfway down and back out. Suter's got the ball back for BPC. Sickles going to fire up a 3 off the back of the iron. No good. Rebound down to Troxel for Brimfield. Down court pass. That's Johnson. And that maybe took a step, but they're not going to whistle that. Left-hand layup up and good. 30-12 now. And Kara Johnson with some nice couple of baskets here in this fourth quarter. Suter, 32 with it. Far corner. Norris going to drive in. Kicks it up off the glass. In and out again for BPC. Curley with a rebound. Sickles, that should have been over and back, and now ball down the other way to Troxel for an easy 2 off the right-hand side of the basket, and the under 4 timeouts. 32-12, 20-point lead now for the Lady Indians of Brimfield.
McDonough District Hospital's Dolores Cater Schweitzer Women's Center was built for one goal: to strengthen women's health services in the region's premier facility. Our dedicated staff, past and present, delivered generations of MDH babies, and now in the new Women's Center, our staff is ready to deliver the next generation and beyond. Come visit the Dolores Cater Schweitzer Women's Center and see for yourself the MDH difference.
And we're back here courtside at Bristol Prairie City High School. 3:53 to play in this fourth quarter of our JV contest. 32-12 lead for the Brimfield Lady Indians. We can tell you about Bushnell Banking Center. They're located at 360 South Green Street in Bushnell. They offer full-service banking and loan services for all your banking needs. Come visit the bank of friendly service or call them at 309-772-2345. Good luck, Spartans. Bushnell Banking Center is an equal housing lender and member FDIC.
So media timeout, the final one of the contest. 3:53 to go. It's expanded to a 20-point game, 32-12. And BPC's struggles offensively that looked like they might have disappeared in the second quarter have returned in a big way here in the second half. They've got just 1 point in the... Is that right?
Oh, they've got 2. It was 10.
Oh, she made them both.
Yeah, made them both. As Suter going to drive the lane, shot up, no good. Rebound down to Johnson for Brimfield.
She only made both her free throws, and that's all they've scored here in this second half.
Golly, Vaughn's pass going to be poked away by BPC, and it'll stay with the Lady Indians. 3:31 to play. Troxel to inbound for Brimfield. Gets it in to Vaughn. Oh, Vaughn picks the dribble up, want to pass it to Kappas. The Kappas cut the other way.
At least she didn't throw it away that time. That happened between the two of them earlier, and she threw it to the coach.
As the ball moved around, Wewell with it. Now cross court to Vaughn. Inside they go to Johnson. Back out to Kappas. 3:10 to play. Wewell with it, right wing. Picks up her dribble, goes inside to Johnson. Johnson picked up her dribble, and nice save by Wewell on the pass. Cross court to Kappas in the far corner. Left wing to Vaughn.
Good defense by the Spartans. They're not taking the ball away, but they're not giving up any easy shots. They've had this ball for nearly a minute now.
That'll
on this
be
end of the floor.
Vaughn. Inside they go to Johnson. They're going to be stolen away by BPC. Suter brings it up the left-hand dribble. Spin move on Kappas. Shot up off the glass. No good. Rebound down. Wewell with it for Brimfield. Gets it down the floor to Kappas. Kappas going to drive in the left hand. Floats one up and in off the rim. Olivia Kappas makes it a 34-12 lead. 2:15 to play, fourth quarter. McGrew with it for BPC. Gets it to Norris. Norris right-hand dribble, has it poked away, corrals it on the floor. Suter going to fire up a two off the front of the rim. No good. Norris there strong for the rebound, up and in. And the field goal drought for BPC in the second half is ended as it's now a 34-14 lead.
He forgot who the foul was on. 15.
15, and CJ
Our first, team sixth. Or second, excuse me, that is right.
Joey Miller at the scores table ready to check in. Norris is up and good on the free throw. As Miller checks in, Norris will check out. 2:03 again to play here, fourth quarter, 34-15 lead for the Lady Indians of Brimfield.
Spartans are 7 of 7 from the free throw line.
As Wewell gets it to Vaughn, right wing. Back to Kappas. Down under 2 to play, 1:50 to play here, fourth quarter. Vaughn inside. Johnson going to go up strong, no, but she'll get a couple of free throws.
Personal foul charge to Emma Taylor, number 15, her first, team at fifth. At line, Garrett Johnson.
First one by Johnson's up, and it rolls off the front of the rim and down. 35-15 lead for Brimfield. 1:47 to play here in our JV contest this afternoon. Second one's up off the back of the iron, no good. Miller there for the rebound for BPC. Gets it down to Suter. Suter going to drive in. Once the handle goes up with the shot after she gained control. No on the shot. Brimfield with the basketball across midcourt. 1:30 to play. Wewell cross court to Vaughn. Vaughn's long two, draws no iron. Brimfield with the basketball. All loose on the floor. Gilfillan's going to pick it up. 1:15 to play. Gilfillan gets it to Miller. Miller's going to fire up a long two. It's going to be short. Rebound down to Troxel. Down to 105 as Troxel gets it across midcourt. Kappas to Johnson. Three from the left wing is going to draw the front of the iron. That was by Vaughn. Suter there for the rebound for BPC. Tries to go across court to Miller, and no, Miller not there as it's stolen away by Brimfield. 35-15, 20-point lead for the Lady Indians, Brimfield. Kappas drives in off the left wing. Is going to be fouled and goes to the floor, and she'll get
Elizabeth Suter, number 32.
fouled. Ball on the floor. Is that just 16 foul on BPC? Vaughn to inbound. Gets it to Wewell. Long two, going to be up and good for Kylie Vaughn. Kylie Vaughn makes it a 37-15 lead. 23 seconds to play here in the fourth quarter. Miller's going to fire up a three, and it's going to be short. Rebound down to Gilfillan. Gets it to Taylor, down to 13. Taylor picks up the dribble, needs some help, gets it to Gilfillan. She'll fire up a quick three. No. Ball going to be corralled by Johnson, and that will probably do it here as we're down to 3, down to 2, and that will do it. Final score in the JV contest, 37-15. Lady Indians of Brimfield pick up the win this evening. We'll be back here courtside in just a moment here from Bushel Prairie City High School.
As we work together to stop the spread of COVID-19, McDonough District Hospital wants you to know that your health and safety are our #1 priority.
Our primary care providers are here to take care of you and your family's total well-being. Telehealth capabilities and the MDH Convenience Clinic all provide ease of access to our wide range of services.
All of this because we are committed to providing you quality and compassionate care that you have come to trust from us.
McDonough District Hospital. More than hospital care, a hospital caring.
Get dinner to the table quickly, no matter how busy your day's been. True convection cooking uses a fan to distribute hot air evenly and cook food faster. So dinner is ready when they are. True convection cooking, brought to you by Whirlpool.
And back here at Bushnell Prairie City High School for the JoJo's Gaming Parlor post-game show. JoJo's Gaming Parlor offers the best gaming experience in the McDonough County area. Stop in for a cold drink and a chance to take home a nice wad of cash while you're at it. Also on game nights, check out the TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH Events live on the big screen. Come join your friends at JoJo's located at 776 North Cole Street in Bushnell and cheer the Spartans on to victory.
So you might have heard me as we came back live there that I only had 15 points, and that's actually because the Spartans only scored 15 points. 7 points for Kylie Norris, 2 points for Jill Miller, and 6 points for Madison McGrew. 10 of those points were in the second quarter, and 5 of those points were in the fourth quarter. Or no, actually, Jill's were in the third quarter, and then 3 were in the. If I remember right, I think I put them in the wrong quarter, but
right, the one field goal for BPC was
in the
about fourth quarter, late in the fourth quarter, about 2.5 to play.
Struggled 2 quarters without a field goal. That's abnormal for these Spartans, but that's how it was today. As Jason was saying, we were talking on the break. They couldn't buy a basket.
How many times do we see the ball go down and come back out? Half a dozen,
way
at least.
too many for it being your home bucket. That's
right. Well, but as we said, though, they've not seen the home floor for a game in 3 weeks or more, five straight games away from home. So
13 points for Olivia Kappas, 9 points for Kiera Johnson, 7 points for Jacqueline Fabry, 4 points for Kylie Vaughn, 2 points for Taylor Wewell, and 2 points for CJ Troxel. And that's the bright point. As poor as the field goal shooting was for the Spartans, they finished 7 of 7 from the free throw line.
Like that number, at least. That's a good positive thing to take out of the contest.
Out of a not so good game.
We are brought here on the JoJo's Gaming Parlor post-game show. JoJo's Gaming Parlor offers the best gaming experience in the McDonough County area. Stop in for a cold drink and a chance to take home a nice wad of cash while you're at it. Also on game nights, check out the TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH Events. Live on the big screen, come join your friends at JoJo's located at 776 North Cole Street in Bushnell and cheer the Spartans on to victory. We will be back here in just a couple of minutes with our varsity contest. You're listening and watching TSSR Game.